Hang on 1 second. I have to share screen. I did it backwards. Give me 2 seconds. Here we go. She's going to have to, here we are, share screen.
Well, welcome everybody
So,
to Coach Connect Hub. Today we've got Julia Landis, the money mindset coach. And Julia, I'm going to let you take over.
perfect. Thanks. Hey, y'all. I want to thank Sam and Joe for having me so much, and Carrie being here. I have spent many hours in rooms with Sam and Joe and Carrie and Rachel. Okay, we've spent a lot of time together over the past almost year. Anyway, and they've watched me grow and pivot and all kinds of things. So, without further ado, your money, your mindset. Let's get more clients and make more money. Okay, I am a money mindset coach, as y'all probably know, already transformational money mindset and life coach, already speaker, writer, all of that, networker extraordinaire, love in-person networking, love online networking. I help women entrepreneurs, business owners, and corporate executives make more money and create more wealth by falling in love with their clients. aka overcoming your money blocks and busting through your upper limits. I call it make more money, get more clients, make more money, have more fun. And the net of what I do is I help you look at what your beliefs are and your behaviors and your thought patterns around money, and we decide what's helping and what's hurting, and then we work through working to change those. Ready? So let's just money. Money's a thing. It's a made up thing. Okay. We've all agreed that it's a thing, but it's just made up. Mostly it's energetic. It does grow on trees because the majority of money is made out of paper. So originally it does. Alrighty. So our thoughts about money lead to our feelings about money, which lead to our actions or inactions around it, or anything else really, which leads to our results. Okay, your results will always show what you've been thinking, or put another way, you can see what you believe by looking at your results. Your results are going to show what your beliefs are. Okay, righty. It's human nature already for us to avoid what we don't understand, and especially around money or about money. For women, we may have been told not to talk. We don't talk about money. We don't ask for money. I know I heard this all the time growing up in the home I grew up in. The other one is, little girls are seen and not heard. It's awful hard when you get older, to get into sales and things like that, because in many ways, that's asking for money. Alrighty. It's human nature to avoid things we don't understand, as I've said, and are uncomfortable with. And talking about money, making decisions about our money and how to invest it, how to spend it, etc. What it is that we have an innate need to feel safe and secure before we take action. Those of you who have been in rooms with me, I talk about safety and security, and it's not just what I call on the left hand Maslow's. We need physical safety and take care of our shelter and our food and things like that. And then we can begin working our way up the hierarchy. But there's also, on your other hand, there's that emotional safety and security. And when we emotionally feel safe and secure is when we're more willing to take action. Safety and security first, last, and always. One of the things that I work with is starting as a building block is building a collaborative relationship with your money. All righty, which is, I start with, let's get curious about your money story. Reflect on your upbringing, your key money memories, and emotional triggers tied to finances. When you increase your understanding about your money history, you create compassion. It gives you clarity. Alrighty, it lets you see what your current thoughts and feelings are about money and where they come from. Alrighty, the other is setting money dates. Schedule regular money dates with your bank accounts, your credit card accounts, and your retirement accounts. If applicable, include your spouse or partner. When you're taking dedicated time to review and to strategize your goals, share struggles, celebrate your win, it builds connection, okay? It builds connection with your spouse or partner if you have one around money. The other is it builds connection around money, you and money, and it builds connection with you within yourself, that you have your own back already in relation to your finances and keeping you safe and secure in the money department. All right, the other is purposeful cash flow, managing your money consciously, which is actively shifting away from avoidance or unconscious spending, avoidance of your money altogether, unconscious spending, towards creating a budget that's aligned with your values, and then mindfully tracking your expenses, okay? And of course, setting money dates. Making conscious choices around your money and making conscious money choices, again, increases your collaboration with your money and with yourself around money. Alrighty, the piece on collaboration, some of the core principles at play here include cultivating curiosity rather than criticism. Alrighty, spending time with your money so it doesn't feel like this big, huge, unknown thing out there, which means ultimately taking responsibility for our financial behaviors. Rather than feeling controlled by your cash flow, you're managing your cash flow. You're managing your thoughts around your cash flow. You're managing the explanations to yourself and possibly to others as to why you're spending your money the way you're spending it. Building a collaborative relationship and spending time with your money very much lessens your experiences of anxiety, shame, or confusion about or around your money. All right. One of the things about changing your money mindset, this is a little model I've created, the IWWFN model, which is once you have looked at a thought or you've identified, that's the first thing we're going to do is identify a thought, a memory, or a belief about your money. And then we want to know when it started. When did it start? Did you pick up this belief, or did you catch it, or it was taught when you were, say 10, or did you catch this, after a major upheaval in your life? When did you get it? Where does it show up today? Sort of like connecting the dots. Where does this belief show up today? One of the things I'm working through right now is value and my value. And one of the something that happened when I was younger, started when I was a teenager, possibly before, but it really manifested itself when I was in college. Was everybody in my family, you had your chair at Christmas where Santa delivered presents. And my chair was glaringly not as full as the other two people in my family. And so really looking at that value, okay, where is it showing up today in value? How am I valuing myself? How am I valuing my time? How am I valuing my money? And then it's time to interrupt the pattern. I love a good forgiveness process. I use the Ho'oponopono process, or a variation of that, which is I'm sorry. No, I forgive you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I wish you well. The other is an energetic process. I call it tapping. Lots of people call it emotional freedom technique. It's like acupressure already. And so it moves stuck energy in the body. We also like to take physical action as well as do the mental and emotional work, and tapping/EFT lets us do that. And the other is coming up with a new and empowering belief. There's a couple of ways to do this. One of them that I like is my file of fabulous, or a list of evidence that I am of value, so that we can really review that. I know y'all that know Sam Rafis, she has the assets sheet, all the things that you've learned over your time already, not just in coaching, but in other places. And this is similar to that. It's, it's keeping a list of all the ways for me that I am of value. All right, let's introduce an abundant mindset. So an abundant mindset is about shifting your perspective from scarcity and lack, okay, to abundance and possibility, to more and possibility. one of the ways that I like is that it involves recognizing and appreciating the abundance already present in our lives, while at the same time remaining open to attracting even greater levels in the future. One of the ways that I use to recognize and appreciate now and attract is what I call a gratitude sandwich. I'm super grateful for the incredible apartment that I live in here. And I'm super grateful for the clients that are coming into my world. And I'm super grateful for, the apartment that I live in here, so that we're taking the energy from what you're currently grateful for, sharing it with what you are moving in and being grateful for in advance. And then, closing, I don't want to say closing the loop, but putting the other side of the sandwich on with gratitude again, with what you're grateful for. It's about learning to trust and trusting that there are unlimited opportunities available to us, and that we have the power to manifest abundance in our lives through a change in our thinking and by taking intentional actions. And the second is almost more important than the first. Yes, we need to change our thinking and remind ourselves daily, activate that reticular activation system part of our brain. Alrighty, but it's also about taking intentional actions. Alrighty, figuring out, okay, what is it that is going to get me to where I want to be? One of my mantras is, I can do things I may not like to do or am fearful of doing if it's going to help me get to where I want to be. Right. Okay, so here comes the fun part. Creating abundance in our life. Our businesses run off a steady stream of clients, ideal clients. So how do we create new clients, manifest our dream house, amazing vacations, and money to pay for all the things, okay, that we want? So a little 5-step manifesting process. One is goal setting and getting clear. All right, we get super clear as to what it is that we're wanting and desiring. And depending on your business, it could be signing a client a week, which is my goal. For others, it's signing, another number of clients. It's a certain amount of money every month. It's selling depending on your business, selling a certain amount of merchandise. And what I want to say here is that we're not talking just any clients. We're talking your ideal clients, folks that you love working with and who are happy to pay premium prices for your premium services. Alrighty. If you have an ideal client avatar, or who your person is, your niche, I lovingly suggest revisiting that, and then make a list of everything you've loved or hated about the clients you've worked with. Alrighty. And if you're new to coaching and you have done, free calls, things like that, you possibly intuitively know, wait a second, that, nope, this isn't the person that I want to work with. And then others, you're like, oh yeah, this is totally who I want to go spend, in the length of your program with. Alrighty, what worked, what didn't, and add it to your avatar. Alrighty, add it to that list. Okay. Universe loves specificity, however you relate to God, spirit, inner source energy. All right. And knowing in this case who's your ideal client is makes it a whole lot easier for them to help call that in for you. And then, of course, you're going to set your goals. SMART process works here: specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, time bound, all that works here. Okay. And this is one of my favorite things here, is the decluttering piece. Okay, so decluttering is a physical and emotional piece. We're going to talk about the physical here first. One of the things is start clearing your calendar to make physical and energetic space for new clients. Alrighty, declutter old client files and emails, anything you're not required to keep for legal or tax reasons. Alrighty, clients owing you money, let's get in touch and get paid. Alrighty. One of the things I want to back up to, decluttering your old email and clients, declutter anything you're not required. Of course, in your deleted email, please go out and empty the trash can. Same with your sent email. I keep sent email for 2, maybe 3 years, and then let the rest of it go. Alrighty. The other is heading into your files and deleting all the programs that you bought, thinking that those were going to be the magic bullet. Okay. Particularly the ones you haven't done, because if you haven't done them, you're not going to do them. So yeah, clearing out all the clutter. Two other places that I've learned to clear out clutter are your Facebook groups. Head out to your Facebook groups. Y'all, I went out and I cleared out things. Holy cow, groups from when I was a general life coach back in 2015 through 18, I cleared myself out of a lot of those already, and I still have more to go. There were probably 200 groups that I was a part of. Clear out your alignable groups. If they're not, no pun intended, in alignment with you, okay, and who you are, they're not going to be places that you spend time, okay? Get yourself out. I'm down to, I think, 11 groups, and I'm in most of them once a week. All righty. The other is clients owing you money. Be in touch and get paid. The universe likes to send clients to people with clean money agreements with their current clients. Right. Let's get into the emotional decluttering. Okay. Forgive all your current and previous, and I have 2 currents there, don't I? And previous clients. Alrighty. I talked about this, use and teach a forgiveness process and emotional freedom technique, both the regular and the faster. And what you're doing is forgiving your current and previous clients for anybody that's annoyed you, anybody that's asked for refunds, or were in any other way just a pain. Alrighty. Give yourself permission to only work with ideal clients. And some mirror work usually helps here on these next 2. Standing in front of the mirror and looking yourself in the eye and going, Julia, I give you permission to work only with ideal clients, only with people who are the absolute most fun to get on a call with, the most fun to spend time with. Give yourself permission to make more money. All righty. Giving yourself permission to only work with ideal clients. Forgive yourself for being too, quote unquote, expensive, because there are people going to tell you, well, you're just too expensive. That's so much money, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. I value that, and they cannot. We can let them go on. It's like, Rachel, some people might not want to work, no, that's too expensive. Somebody else is blah, blah, blah. Okay, bye. Okay, we're just, some will, some won't. So what next? Alrighty. Gratitude and appreciation for the clients, for your current clients. Send them physically and energetically love and appreciation. All right. I'm going to come back to this because y'all are used to me doing that. It's all about your safety and security. For some of us, it may not feel safe to make more money. For example, if I make more money, I'm going to have to pay more taxes. If I make more money, my business will get big and complicated. If I make more money, I'll lose friends. If I make more money, my spouse is going to be threatened. If I make more money, my kids are going to be brats. It's in instances like this, I like to add the phrase to the beginning. It's 5 words. It's safe for me to. It's safe for me to make more money. It's safe for me to pay more taxes. It's safe for my business to grow. It's safe to make money and keep my friends. It's safe for me to make more money than my spouse. It's safe to make more money than my father. It's safe to make more money than my sister. It's safe to make more money than brother. Alrighty. One of the things that I encourage and that I do is when I'm about to hit another place in making money is make a list of all the downsides. Some people call them the negative consequences of making more money. And then what I call clear each one. Alrighty. And you can use tapping / EFT, journaling. The work by Brian Katie is amazing at clearing things, or just a written conversation with your brain. And this is my favorite. And I just take 2 different colors of pens and I just have a conversation and let my brain tell me why it's so scared to make more money or what's wrong with making more money. The key here is to come from a curious and loving space, asking questions and answering questions to reassure that part of you who feels unsafe making more money. One of the things that I also talk to clients about is that we answer our own questions. All righty. Well, why do we want to make more money? Or why do we want to always work with ideal clients? We need money. And then explaining why we do. We always answer our own questions. And we always come from a place of curiosity, love, and compassion. Similar to how in our real lives, or not real lives, but we as humans and people are only available for relationships that are based on kindness, love, and respect. It's the same with ourselves internally in our brains. We're available and we are treat ourselves internally that way too. Okay, number 3. Okay, this is the really fun one too. Anchoring intentions. All righty, once we have, we've set our goals and we've done a whole lot of decluttering. Now we need to put our goals front and center. So one of the ways you can anchor in and remind yourself every day, I know many of us have a morning practice and we're reminding ourselves of our goal there, but how do we do that during the day? Is if your goal is an amount of money or a number of clients, changing several of your main passcodes to your monetary goals. Alrighty, or the number of new clients you'd like to sign each week or each month, whatever that goal is. Create new client files. Alrighty, okay, client number 1, new client number 2, new client number 3. One of my other favorite ways is to use Post-it notes on the wall. And we put a name, for every client we bring up tells the universe we want them. Every time we get a new client, we put their name up. And we thank in advance for the ones that are continuing to come in. You can put a pop-up on your phone and congratulate yourself for the new clients. All righty. What will it feel like, all right, to achieve your goal? All righty. Sam and Joe talk about the concept of we be, we do, we have. All righty. And then what's it going to feel like to have? All righty. What's it going to feel like to be? All righty. And anchor those in your body. And then we take action from that feeling. All righty. Achieving and receiving. Okay. And planning the celebration of reaching your goal. How will you celebrate each new client? And one of the things is that what we celebrate gets anchored in. And the celebration is so important. And I think a lot of us overlook it. I know that I have when, I'm beginning to get close to a goal and, you're about to achieve it. And instead of, I don't want to say stopping, but instead of taking a pause, taking a beat, okay, as Carrie calls it, the power of that pause, and really sitting in and appreciating what I've done and what I've achieved, I'm moving the bar. I'm moving the goal out. We need to take a beat. We need to lean into the power of that pause and really anchor in and celebrate. Go to dinner, okay? Even if it is, or go to the Starbucks and buy yourself your favorite $7 drink, okay? And relish in that. All righty, here we go. Okay, step 4 is taking massive action. Woohoo! Righty, taking consistent and persistent and purposeful action towards our goals. Here's the general definition, or the definition of taking massive action. It's taking action, and you don't stop taking action until you reach your goal. Alrighty, it's about getting out your list of revenue generating activities, alrighty, which could be emailing your newsletter list with an offer to work with you, could be asking for referrals, coffee dates with potential clients, creating a freebie that's really useful to your audience or potential clients, upping your social media game, choosing 1 to 2 platforms, of course, and showing up every day. Alrighty, following up on all the comments, clear calls to action, letting folks know how they can work with you. I've recently been introduced to something called the Be a Scientist mentality, and that when we're out and I'm speaking to my audience, it's wording it, okay, with the message that they need, to call in my ideal clients, and then seeing what works, okay? And that by engagement, by not necessarily by likes, but are people beginning to engage in you? Is your audience growing? That type of deal. Excuse me. And then if it's not, we tweak. Okay. We just tweak. Doesn't say anything about us. Alrighty. If something didn't land right, it just says, hey, that didn't work. Let's go try something else. And that's back to, Thomas Edison and his 10,000 errors. Alrighty. Unsure of what actions to take. Alrighty. Possibly. And, when in doubt, just taking action, because action creates confidence. But if you're unsure, one of my favorite exercises is to go take myself out to the place where my goal is already achieved, and then turning around and looking at and asking, okay, what did I need to do that? Oh, those were the things that I did and that I needed to do, and then go doing some of those. Ready? Again, when in doubt, just take action. Alrighty. And massive action is also about fostering a sense of progress and momentum. Alrighty. And the other is that fear and doubt are going to come in. Alrighty. And what I do is, yep, they get to come along, but they both have to sit in the back seat and they can never talk. They can never speak. Okay. Yeah, you can come, because fear is never totally going to go away. Doubt is an indulgent emotion. Alrighty. But yeah, y'all can come, but you're going to sit back there and you may never speak. Alrighty. Okay. Step 5 is the receiving part. Alrighty. And being open to that. Wealth, opportunities, and abundance. The statements we talked about earlier. It's safe to. Already all play here. It's safe to, to receive money. It's safe to get paid. That type of thing. Actions to take. One of the things is not getting caught up in the how. Or when we don't get caught up in the how, then we can watch the beauty of what our creator or God in the universe, source energy has for us. Alrighty. The other is following up quickly with potential clients. When someone says yes, be ready to accept payment, sending links for credit card payments, credit card authorizations, contracts, that type of deal when you're on your phone with your about to be new client. Alrighty. Gratitude in advance. And we talked about the gratitude sandwich earlier, but just being grateful for what is you're pulling into your world. Alrighty. And then of course, celebrate each new client. Yeah. Alrighty. Day-to-day practices. Okay. What I call choosing a tool. Alrighty. Uncovering your money thoughts. All right. Doing a thought download and writing down all your thoughts and your memories about money. All right. And then if you're looking to grow an abundance mindset, of course, that begins with your thoughts and knowing what you're thinking about money, about your business, about your clients. And once you know what you think, okay, do you like your reasons for thinking them? All right. Do you like your reasons for thinking that, hey, my business isn't growing? Do I like my reason? All right. Changing your money mindset with the IWWFN model. All right. Identifying when did it start? Where's it showing up today? All righty. The breaking through, and then your new belief model. All right. And then getting more clients or anything else using the 5-step manifesting process. All right. Y'all, can I answer any questions? I'm going to stop sharing at this point. Yes.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Fantastic, Julia. And Carrie, that is where we will end the recording and get questions, if I'm not mistaken. All right.
Yes.
Carrie, why don't you run that part, and I'm going to figure out how to stop this.